Good day to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are in the part of the world. Welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notifications so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. This case that you're about to watch is a case of marital misunderstanding. A woman who cried out that her sister-in-law married another wife for her husband. Please stay tuned while the defendant and the complainant make their statement for peaceful resolution until I come your way next time. Remain blessed and bye for now. Ciao.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name?
My name is Mrs. Ononako Ann Nkiro.
Barrister, this is your case. If you don't know how it starts, you don't know how it finishes. I'm going out. Go on.
Okay, my case is this. I live with my husband for the past 14-15 years. The senior sister, the elder sister to my husband, although she pretended to be a friend, but I never know she was not one. My son normally stays with her whenever he closes from school. Then on my way from office, I will pick the guy to the house. Then she has ever been like a friend because every month I pay her money because she's actually looking after my child. So I pay her money.
Paying this year.
Sure, I do on monthly basis. Plus other things I give her from my office because I work in the food laboratory. So whenever we work on, I will always try to make her comfortable. She runs a restaurant. So incidentally, I never knew that they have married another wife for my husband. So one day in 2017, I got a message in my phone telling me that, Madam, do you know your husband has married another wife? Do you know he has a child? Your sister-in-law at the restaurant, she's aware of it. The lady used to stay in her shop. And the message is still in my phone anyway. So when I asked her, I showed my husband the text message. My husband was uncomfortable. He was like, man, what is it? Who sent me this message? I now show the sister. This is my sister-in-law. That see, she denied any knowledge of anything concerning that. She vehemently denied. So at the end of the day, one of her friends as well, her own friend, a man, a Yoruba man, told me that the girl is learning computer in the neighboring shop there. And she comes here. The sales girl, the wife they married secretly.
Was she married? Were they married then?
Well, she had one child then for my husband. So, but the later, I didn't know anything. It was later everything began to unfold. He actually paid his bad price because the girl said he will not release the child. My husband claimed he wanted to collect the child and then allow the girl and settle her. But the girl insisted he must be married. And my husband traveled. The day he went for the marriage, my sister-in-law is very much aware. Because one of their brother, that is late now, told me that the day they were going for the marriage, my sister-in-law is aware that he called her by name, De Akima. So at the end of the day, I never knew anything. Even the day the girl gave birth, my husband came to her shop. They were sharing drink to everybody. They were drinking. They were smiling. I said, what happened? He said the thing that they are praying for him actually worked out. That I say, you will be in your sister's shop sharing drink to people on a profit you made that I never knew. I'm not taking the drink. I reject the drink because I cannot imagine my own husband. They were all smiling in her shop. They were drinking malt. I never knew they are into business. So she denied knowing anything about this incident. So, but when the friend told me that the girl normally comes here because she said, they said the girl has even traveled back to Aba. It's not in Lagos. Her friend told me that the girl is in Lagos. He saw the girl yesterday carrying a baby. That is a lie. Because the man is a Yoruba man and he's a pastor. So when I now know that my husband uncle again, the Akema, told me that every damn thing about this thing that their charity is aware, she's aware. I now remove, in fact, that she bring the baby and the girl into her shop. When I come back from work, they will disguise. Of course, she runs a restaurant, so anybody can be in the place. So I wouldn't know who is who. So this is the same place I keep my son. This is the same place he's harboring another woman with another child. So I seized my son and changed the school for my son, and then she doesn't have access to my son again. After some time, she called me that he want to see me. How come I have stopped whenever I come here, I don't do as I'm used to doing, I don't give her money again, I change my son's school without her knowledge. I mean, who is me? You know, come and see abuse. Started reducing me to nothing. And told me that my husband is complaining about me. Am I the very first person that the husband man and that wife? I say, oh, so you know my husband man, but you deny that you didn't know anything about it. He said, I should mind the way I talked to her. She was the one that take care of my son. He did this. I said, I also helped you. Your two daughters that graduated in Yola. You never knew Yola. I connected them to admission. They lived in my auntie's house. As in, whenever there's need for them to go to the town, they go to my auntie's house. So they have all the pleasure they wanted in Yola. He said, I shouldn't talk. I say, you that is talking. So she was abusing me. I talked her back to her. My husband came out from the room and gave me the slap. That how dare you talk to my sister? Don't you know she's at that one or whatever? So that is how we ended up, you know, in a squabble. He slapped me, I slapped him back. We started fighting. My son was trying to, like, you know, rush, crying. This woman draw my son back and carry her. Say, you should beat, my husband should kill me. So I wanted to run. I ran out. My husband followed me and put leg for me. I fell on the floor. My husband used a sole of shoe and was hitting me. The woman said, kill her. She doesn't have respect. This is how these people nearly killed me. But to the glory of God, I never knew one of my tenants was in the house. So one tenant now came out. He was not even a young guy. And saw us. I saw me. I was on the floor. My husband was hitting me. And he was there telling him, in fact, kill her. So immediately, the man came and now hold my husband and said, stop. You want to kill somebody's child? That is how my husband left me. The man now dragged me out. By then, my head is turning. As in, I was like, I was staggering. My husband now ran into the house with the sister. They locked the door and closed the burglary. And I was left outside. This woman here and her brother was inside. I told her that you will never see good thing. That in your life, I begin to abuse her. She was abusing me back. She and the brother. My own husband, I was left outside. For over 3 hours. It was after then, the man came out again and said, what is it now? My husband now opened the door. I moved into the house, changed my clothes, and went to hospital because it was done to me that my head is not stable. I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, of course, the law in Lagos says that whenever you say they hit you, they'll say who hit you and what hit you. That they will not attend to me. I said, well, my husband hit me. They now say, no. I have to go to police and get a paper to go to general hospital. They cannot handle me, but they will go give me and I then on just a pain reliever, which they did. And now left. Went to the police. The police gave me their own requisition or medical whatever. I took it to Gando General Hospital. That was on the 23rd of April, 2018. They now say I need an X-ray in my skull. I paid. I did the skull X-ray. They gave me drugs. You know, after about 1 week, I went back to check up. Finally, I became okay. By then, I've called a brother, my husband brother that works in Globe. He lives in Ghana, so he came to Nigeria. I told him that I think this you know, game is coming to the climax. I may not be able to continue with this, you know, brutal lifestyle. He now said no. I said I reported to the police, and I'm taking a job. He said no. He don't want me to go to teach him to go up because, you know, their family name matters. At the end of the day, because of the brother, because he's a nice man, all this while, I soft-paid out. That is how I now moved to his house, because he suggested I should go to his house. I now moved to his house, and he gave my husband time that he should reflect and know what he's doing with this girl, or whatever he called the person. He says girl, or whatever, he say he has child for you. That you should go and reconcile with your wife. I should be in his house. I was in house for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, going to 7th month. My husband boned up, he don't even bother about me. It was has himself, his sister, and the sales girl. I was forgotten. And I called the brother. Brother, I have tried though. I cannot continue to inconvenience your wife here because, I mean, 2 women living in one house does not pay. I have to relocate. I rented an apartment and I moved with my son. And that's how my husband abandoned me. There was a time my son was sick. That was last year. He had a surgery. My husband, I called him that this guy had orthopedic surgery. That cost about 300 and something thousand. My husband told the tenants. The tenant called me and was telling me. I said they should pay their money. They say he has no money when they pay. We have about 6 tenants. They paid him money. My husband did not even send a dime to me. When I called the tenant, they said they have paid the money to him. I called his younger brother in Owerri. Then I said, he said he's going to send money to me. I said he did not send a dime. And he did. My husband did not send money. I sourced for fund and I treated my son. And I came back to Lagos because this thing happened in Enugu. At the end of the day, my sister-in-law, what he now did was to move into the house now and occupy 1 2-bedroom flat. With my husband in the 3-bedroom flat. I think with the girl, when I reported to the human rights, the girl was located to where she was living. At that point, the girl had 2 children. As I speak, she had 3 children now, 3 boys for my husband. So they were living comfortably. During lockdown, they were all together there. But incidentally, it's like the tenant used to tell me, because I have all their numbers, and I tell them to give me update of whatever happened. And this one will go and be my sister-in-law abused them that they have no right to tell me what happened, that they are informants. Why are they telling me what happened here? Haven't I gone? I have gone. The house is her brother's house, and she's the caretaker of the house. Whatever she said stands. Madam, you can go and verify. Go to my house. I'll give you the address. Meet all the tenants for you to see the terror this one is unleashing on them. The woman will go and bring fetish men. They will be lighting candles in my house in the midnight. Tenant will call me, Madam, this one has turned your house into juju house. You call all manner of people because at this point my husband said that the sister is his security. He told me that he cannot do without the sister. The security he has today is her sister. One of our daughters lived in my own flat because one of their brother came back from abroad sometimes. So I went to the house to greet him. Because one of my rooms had been occupied by the sister's daughter, who had a child out of wedlock. They are still living in my house. She has a child. They even the second daughter, he has married. He brought a man, they live in my house. After some time, they said the man has married her. The marriage was done in my own house, and I was not aware. I was not even, it was between her, the sales girl, and my husband. They now use my house as their personal house. My husband is now like, I can't do anything without my sister. So, and she comfortably live in my house. Meanwhile, 2 of her daughters are married now, and they are living with their husband. But she chose to live with my own husband and abandon her own husband in the east because she's married and she has $4. The husband is in the east. She's here living with my husband. And my own husband, after the beating, because I want to take him up as well. And since I had abandoned me, I want my own share of the property. Because I know how we started. From day 1 of the marriage, I earned more than my husband. My husband worked with a private firm, Vitabiotics, precisely. I work with Food and Drug Agency, the federal agency. So I earned more than my husband from day 1. My husband was living in a 1-room apartment when I met him. I brought money because I was in the bank. I was a banker before I joined the Food and Drug. So I brought the money with which we entered the flats where we did wedding. From there we bought land. From there we had a joint account in First Bank. In this First Bank account, my husband was the only person operating it. You know, I never knew that my sister-in-law is my husband brainwasher. He does not do anything without the sister. So I should pretend as if we are friends. And like I said, there's nothing I don't do for her. Every month I pay her money. Because she's actually taking care of my son. I never knew she was also taking care of another son. And another girl. And they were in collabo. And I was seen as a mugu who doesn't know her left from her right. She was the person that is in charge of everything. Organizing wife or children. And she come to my friend and say, "Hey, Kiru," looking at me, thinking I don't think she's my friend. I never know she is a green snake in the green grass. I never knew she was never. She's an unfriendly friend.
Mind your language. Just describe whatever you want to say, but don't use foul language, please.
Okay, sorry if I did. So at the end of the day, I reported, like I said, I told them at the human rights again though. They told her to vacate the house. She did not vacate. That happened last year around February. She's still in the house till date. My husband on his own side, said that he can never allow the sister to live, that they must live together. And she told the tenants in the house as of today that she is in charge of the house. In fact, she has taken two of the tenants to police. Police even know us. We are now customers. They've called me. Now, madam, every day we go to the house. What is happening? I said, I'm not in the house again. No. Say, your son used to bring people here. In fact, there was a pastor that came to see one of her daughter. I don't know what happened. Daughter, they beat the man hell. The man reported to the police. And they went to my house and arrested the daughters. The boyfriend of the daughter. All her daughters, they were tried to police. So she is the one now controlling the house I spend my life savings to build. That is what I want to bring to the. And even lastly, even when my husband has even kept a woman, the last money I borrowed from my husband, which he claimed he wanted to do business, I never knew he wanted to use that to go and marry. I borrowed 1.5 million naira from my cooperative, as usual, because I used to borrow money from my husband all the time. On the cost of building this house, but it's not at once. We build the first one, after we build another one. It's gradual. So whenever my loan end finish, I will borrow another one. Well, it is verifiable. You can go to Further Cooperative of Federal Ministry of Health. You see the money I borrowed there. So the last money I borrowed was 2016 or so. When I borrowed 1.5 million, I gave my husband. He claimed he wanted to do business. Unknown to me that it was. He even said the money is not enough. He wanted 2 million. He said that's how much I can borrow. All the time I put today I borrow 600, 200,000, another 400. I've never been borrowing money. It was all my salary and all the extra codes I get whenever I travel for official assignment, because I'm privileged to have been appointed sometime to go abroad for 1 or 2 assignments. And whenever we come, of course, they pay you in dollars, and when you change it, you have some money. That's how we have been building house. And today,
well, madam, I think your husband ought to have been here, so.
This is his commander. This is the woman that controls him.
You are here for
justice. I need my part of. I want the house to be sold. I get my own, and the sister to vacate.
You jointly own it with your husband, right?
My name did not appear there because my husband.
But he knows you contributed.
But he knows, yes.
Of course.
You can go to Uganda Human Rights.
To be here, so that he can also give us his own side of the story. And if the justice is going to be done, or he ought to be here for the justice to be done, so that he can rightly tell us, this is what I contributed, this is what you contributed. I don't think his sister, yeah, we know you have a case against the sister, but is the sister the right person to actually give us? As
I speak, my husband call me every day now to beg me, please, he want me to how do we reconcile?
That's why he
every day.
Here. Okay.
So I now give him condition. Your sister and that or such, I don't want to see them near my house. That is the condition I gave. And this one said that he can never vacate the house, that he trained my husband, he paid his school fee, and that's what she must live in that house. That's why I brought her here.
Okay, we are going to hear from her, but actually your husband is the person, is the real person that ought to be here to either ask the sister to vacate the property and also to give us the estimate.
My husband don't have mouth on him. Whenever I come here now, we say,
but
my sister.
She cannot actually tell us exactly what you contributed and what your husband contributed, because you said you want your own lump share.
In as much as
property.
The share of property between my husband, she had no input in the house, so therefore she shouldn't live in my house. That is my own.
Okay, you want
she should vacate the house.
But your husband should also give us consent to take out of the house.
Okay, the thing is that my husband case is in panty as I speak.
Okay, so what exactly do you want from us against your sister-in-law?
I want my sister-in-law to vacate and leave my house because she's messing the house. She has taken over the house.
Right now it's complicated. Your husband is not here.
Okay.
Because it's not your personal property. You are jointly owned by you and your husband. And, so we need your husband consent. If at all any judgment or decision will be reached here, we need to hear from your husband. And also, if he is in agreement with you, that his sister should leave the.
Because at the human rights, they also told him that he wouldn't have. I will legally marry. They said yes, we did. He don't also have the sole right to bring her sister in the house without my consent because we are legally married. So I was not informed in any form, and she was the one that fought me, and she moved into my house without my consent because we are legally married.
Of course, exactly what we are saying. That he should be the one as well to take her out of the house.
Okay.
Both of you should have been here and tell her categorically that she should leave the property, since you are in touch with your husband and he's also in line, in tune with you. So, but nevertheless, we are going to hear from your sister-in-law. But at the end, I think we are going to adjourn the matter. We would like your husband to be here. That is only when we will have a.
That's no problem. I don't have a problem.
Okay, give the mic to your sister-in-law. Let's listen to her.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. This is my brother's wife. What she's talking about, I don't know anything about marrying second wife or not marrying a second wife. I don't know anything about that. I don't know the girl's house. I don't know the girl's parents up to today. I don't know them.
But do you know the girl she's talking about?
As of now, I know the girl. But when she's talking about that, I don't know anything about them.
Well, you know the girl is bearing children for her husband. And so, as she claimed, the girl is always with you in your shop.
See, the time the girl came there, my brother carried her come as one of our town people. He said she'd be keeping her son here, that he want to be learning something at the other side. He did not complain anything or tell me anything about it. See, it was later that this lady tell me, say, look at the message they sent for him about the girl that is coming here. This and that somebody has born a child for my brother. So I was shocked. I said, I called my brother and asked him about that. My brother said, what she's talking about, they have already discussed about it. He said, I asked my brother, why not tell me about, say, this girl here is your own girl and your own son. You see, you come and tell me that the person is from our village, she's learning something, you want to be keeping in some here. I said, okay. So that is how I know about all those ones she's talking about. And when she reported about the message they sent to her, I advised her, if you ask everybody where I'm selling something, they will be telling you that this girl, I take her as my own daughter or as my own sister. I've been pampering her, used to give her advice. But when she started going outside, hearing advice from other people, she started having grudges in her mind, talking against me, talking anything, all sorts of things.
Excuse me, ma. When she told you, you claim you didn't know that girl has children for your brother.
No, as I have a child.
Okay,
that time is
it was one child there. And the child she brings to your shop. That you weren't aware that she's the baby mama of your junior brother. Okay, so when she told you about that, why did you confront the girl? Ask her exactly whether the child she has is for your brother or not.
I don't know now. I don't know when the girl is coming for the first time. I don't know anything about her.
You said that your sister-in-law told you about that. Messaged you about that. That the girl in your shop. That the child with her is her husband's child. And you know the girl as a sales girl to your.
I don't know her. That is what I'm telling you. I don't know her as a sales girl or as anything. I don't know anything about her.
Okay, when she told you that child she's with, that she comes there to your shop with is your brother's son, what was your reaction?
I called the husband for the first time and asked him why did he do such. He started telling me that I've already discussed it with his wife. You see, I've already discussed everything with his wife. So it's left for them to talk anything about all those things he's calling my name about. It's left for two of them to talk how they manage their house and how they talk anything about how they're going to marry or how they're going to born outside. I don't know anything about all those things. You see? So when she come to tell me all those things, I was begging her to calm down, not to react or to do anything, that I will see them and I will settle those things. You see? But still, she did not take my advice. What she did is to be carrying my name, talking anything she like it, talking against me. I say, Annie, have I ever traveled to Aba or Ongba? I don't know India, and I never go to Ongba before. So I don't know. I don't know the mother, I don't know the brother, I don't know the father. Why they carry my name, walk up and down, talk about all those things? Say, Nami go marry him for this and that. So why? So I keep calm.
Excuse me, ma. When you now realize that what she said or the thing she sent you was true, that the girl actually had a child for your brother, do you take any action against that? Since you say you like your sister-in-law here and you are in support of the union.
I asked my brother, this is what she's answer me. I say, okay, I keep quiet.
You allowed the girl to continue to do
No,
it.
not to continue to be coming. I told my brother to hold on. I don't want any problem. Well, this one, from the day he born her son, I started taking care of the baby. I birthed the baby. I take everything up to the 4 years when the boy reached, before he carried the boy out.
That's not the bone of contention.
See?
What we are trying to find out is what led to your contribution
You are not,
to the...
excuse me, I did not attack her when she's talking to
Please,
you.
yes.
You see?
She did not make any comment when you were to allow us to hear her own side of the story. That's why she...
So, I don't, she's not paying me any money. Say, me and her did not drag money about paying or not paying of salary. I'm just taking care of that boy. At times, she will say, okay, auntie, take. That is how she's doing it.
Okay,
she's not telling me that he's paying me money because I did not get any price about her.
That's not the bone of contention for now. We understand you had a good relationship with
Yeah.
your sister-in-law. But what we are saying now is what led to the dissolution of the marriage, no, at least the breakup of the marriage.
That is what I'm telling you. I don't know about it.
Okay,
you
but we understood you now moving to her matrimonial home and you are living with your brother.
I'm not
together with the girl that had child, and she now has 3, not 1 again. She now has 3, and all of you are living there.
I did not move to her matrimonial home. I rented that place, 2-bedroom flat, where tenants are living. That is where I rented. I rented there, and I've been living there. You see, when they give me paper that they have sold where I'm living before, you see, I told my brother that I want to rent house that the where I'm living they have sold it. So my brother said that instead of me to go another place to go and rent, I should use the money to come and pay for that a place that nobody have already rented the place. You see, and that place is spoiling. I can come there and stay there.
Okay, excuse me, ma'am. She told us a story that there was a time when she comforted you about the issue of this girl, that your brother is not having the former sex girl that she's not having, that's not having children for him. It now led to a fight that you also witnessed, that even encouraged you were in her house and the fight broke out. And you encouraged your brother to beat her, and that was what led to her moving out of the house. How did you contribute?
Excuse me. See, I did not do that. See, she's coming to my place when she closed work, she used to come and carry her son. By then, the girl is not keeping her son any longer with me. She used to come and collect her son from me and go home. So one day I've been looking at her, looking how she's doing. I say, Nkiru, I want to see you. I've been telling my daughter, say how Nkiru is doing face. I don't like it, and I don't normally like how she's doing face, as if we are quarreling. So, I call her one day, say, I want to see you. He say, not now, she's going somewhere. I say, okay. I waited for her throughout the week. She did not call. So, the other next week, on weekend, I said, let me reach there now. With my own good mind, I went to that place and asked her. Say, whether you came there around. He say, yes. I asked the son. The son say, Mama dey for kitchen. I said, go and call your mama for me. He went there and called the mama. So when he come out, now I come outside, say, Hero, say, what is happening? Because the way I'm seeing you and the way you are doing now, I don't understand.
That time, has that girl stopped coming to your shop?
Yeah. She's not coming to my shop any longer. So he started quarreling with me. He say, why should I ask her? Why should I ask? I say, say, Nkiru, you don't reach up to that. Eh? You say all the things she has been doing for me, this and that, this and that. I say, so the one I've been doing for you, say the one I've been doing for you all the time, you don't appreciate it. All the one I've been doing for you, you don't appreciate it. See, she started quarreling with me, telling me how I become useless in my husband's house, how I use my husband do this, how I use my husband do that. I should go to my husband's place, this and that. I say, Kiru. So you don't reach like that. So you don't reach like that. All the things I've been doing for you, now you stand up to talk to me anyhow which you like. So when I was talking to her, now in husband say, make you come out. He no gree come out. He no gree come out because he wanted to fight me. Husband say make you come out. He no gree come out.
You were just asking her.
Yeah, when I was asking her, she's pointing at me. She's pointing at me. So when she was pointing at me, the husband say, make you come out. You no wan come out. Now your husband tell me say, make I stop talking. That if I continue listening to what she's talking, the quarrel will be going on. So I should stop asking her. So in my front, this girl raised her hand up like this and slapped the husband to the extent that blood covered the husband. Blood. I told you, blood covered the husband eye like this. I said, Kiru. I said, okay. Now you sabi, before two of them started fighting. They started fighting, dragged themselves outside. So when the son wanted to rush go to that place, I carried the son, let them not beat the boy. I carried the boy, carry him for my body. She started abusing me, talking anything she liked. Nothing she did not talk about me. I started replying her. I said, okay. Later, I keep quiet. Later, I go. Later on, my brother come and tell me that he had packed, go to my brother's house at Idibo. He went to that place. So when she went to that place, she started telling them, forging all kinds of words, telling them about how they carry them their name. They go to Juju house. How they carry their name? They go to a far place a far place, prophetic place. Say, oh, I go there. I go ask them. They say that one where they live for house. Say their hands strong. Say they no want to give me anything. I say, me. Since ever when they live, have I ever one day come and knock for the door? Say, please, borrow me 100 naira or 2 naira. Why should she be saying that? I say, well, I don't want anybody to defend me or to do anything. But what I will do is that I tell that one of my senior boy late. I told him that, you see this matter, I don't want anybody to defend me, but we will bring salt. Everybody will put it on the table like this. When you talk your blah 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 finish, you will swear with that salt. You will swear with that salt that this thing I said, if it's not truth, let the salt do me like this. So during the period, she diverted the matter to another place, said that she did not call their name again. She did not call their name, that I did not talk anything about them again. So now my brother come and tell me, say, okay, they should leave the matter. About anything about the matter, they will leave it. He will take care of the matter. I say, okay, I let her leave it. Everybody go. So when we go, later now, my brother that is living at Ghana, when that came that time, he started asking her, this matter is what makes him to come from Ghana to this place. Why did you say that you did not that I did not talk anything about them again? Why? So when they are dragging it, my brother said that let them leave about that matter, that he's going to handle about it. I said, okay. I keep quiet. We do not talk anything again. We go. So when we go now, later they call meeting with people and my own people. When they go, I did not go, but they say they don't want me. I say, okay. Later now, we don't stay. 1 year pass, 2 years pass. She's not come back. She did not come back. When they wanted to rent, they said that where I'm living. Now when they sold the place where I'm living, I told my brother said that I come and rent the, instead of me to go and raise that money to another place, I come and pay it to a own place and stay there. So that is how I went to their place and stay. I'm not staying inside the room where she's staying. I'm staying in another place where tenants are living. Yeah? I know you cook. Okay.
Okay, madam, is that all?
That is all I know about all this she's talking about.
Okay. In as much as this case concerns your brother more than you,
Yeah.
but from what you have just narrated, your brother made a fundamental mistake, knowing fully well what had transpired between you and his wife, that you have a very serious problem. If he has been a wise person, or if he's a wise man, he should have rented an apartment somewhere else if he wanted to really help you, not in his within his own property, because he knows there will always be a problem between you and his wife. He really did not do well in that area. He made a very big mistake. And yourself, you know, as an elderly woman who is more experienced, you too, to avoid problem, you have insisted he help you. If you couldn't have paid for the the rented apartment, he would have helped you in giving you the funds to rent a different place for peace to reign. For both of you living together, you can never be two captains in a boat. I'm sure you had already envisaged that there would be a problem. And now your brother is saying you are his security, that you cannot leave the apartment. How is he going to live in peace with his wife, with his family, in an environment where the whole family is occupied? That's not right. He did very, very, very wrong. That's not the right thing to have done. But nevertheless, as you have rightly said, we want to see what we are going to do about this issue, because we really like her husband to be here. We want to hear from him before we can determine what will be way forward on this case, because we don't know if they actually lead to them reconciling, or as she's demanding that she wants her own share. Until we hear from the husband, that's when we will know the right step to, or the right approach to take on this matter.
This is a message I got in my phone before the message that made me know what is happening.
No, we are not doubting you. We are not doubting that they are actually, because we all know the truth within our heart. That
I used to see her in your
Mama
husband's
saying,
sister shop at the Koto. She will know, but she will not tell you. Your husband, brother that you live in her, all of them know, but they will not tell you.
we don't believe.
Her younger sister said that.
Excuse me.
2 months of delivery, they have told her somebody carried belly for her.
Excuse
She
me.
is aware
We
from
know.
the one.
We know she's aware.
Nonsense.
We know she's aware, but her brother is the one that impregnated the girl, not her. Even if she contributed
But she is my friend.
to the crash of your
We are
marriage,
close to the level of- you
is
not
that what
believe
you are
her.
holding against her now?
So what
Or
did you do?
you want
They
your
were
own
using
share of the
me.
property?
You see, they were drinking, sharing drink that the girl born. Then my husband say one business clean. They are desiring. I say which kind
The
of
deed
business?
has been done, and there is no.
Inside her shop.
We
Say
are
you don't know. I don't know anything. No. They are bringing. It's a lie. Let them born.
Madam, we
Oh,
heard
liar,
you.
they
We
lie.
heard you, and we
God
know
is in heaven.
that she might have been aware
From
of
the
whatever
one.
the brother did. But what you are telling us, what you came to office to report, is not actually your husband impregnated whoever. But the issue is that your marriage crashed based on the circumstances you have narrated.
Yes, ma'am.
So we would like to listen to your husband. Until then, we cannot tell you that you are going to get your own share of the property or not, because that's what you are requesting from us, and you have told all the people that contributed to that. And there's nothing we are actually going to do to Mama now.
Without my husband.
Without your husband being here, or what we are going to say to her more than what you have just said. So we'll give them the benefit of doubt. We are going to invite your husband. Give us his contact.
She not rent anything. Free. My husband has gone complain to the police.
We will hear from him.
Whatever
we are going to tell him the right thing. If he doesn't know the right thing to have done, we are going to tell him the right thing to do, because that was very, very wrong of him to have done that. Maybe he values his own maternal relationship or his siblings to his own family.
When getting married, why don't she? They are living with their own husband. But she wants to live with her brother.
So, but we are going to, for now, based on the narration both of you has given, we are still going to give our esteemed audience opportunity to contribute or to have a say in this matter. Then we'll adjourn it to a later date. So we are going to open the line for callers. Maybe Mama, you learn one or two things from what the callers are going to say, because other people are watching from all over many people are watching from all over the world, and our counterparts are also other places. They are going to aid in taking decision in this matter when it will be decided. So for now, we are going to give them the opportunity to call in and tell us their own view or contribution, observation about this matter, so that all of us will learn from it to avoid future occurrences or mistakes for now. But we know this is not the end of the matter. We are going to really hear from the head of the house in a later date. So viewers, the line is open for calls. Our line is 09030002484. Call in and contribute to this matter that is ongoing right now. Our number again is 09030002484. Nothing has really spoiled.
1 3
With good counseling, everything will be rectified.
7 4 9 1 5 2 1 4.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, go ahead. Are you contributing to the ongoing matter?
Yes, I want to contribute.
Okay.
I don't know if you go through the comments. I think before you open the comment section for people to start collecting, why not call the husband first, or let him and his inside for him, so that we can also hear from him before.
That's exactly what I said. But for now, Mama has denied a lot of allegations against her. Here we are not only here to pass judgment, but we want to.
I don't want to pass judgment here.
Yes.
But the way the Mama is doing, you will know exactly that whatever this woman has said is true. Because the way the Mama action speaks louder than voice, her attitude has already shown.
Please, while we are opening the line, it's for all of us to learn. We have listened to the story they have told the both parties. So we are opening the line for us to learn one or two things. It's just for 5 callers. Then we'll adjourn the matter.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good
afternoon. Where are you
Director.
calling? Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Go
my name
ahead.
is Jom. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
really don't think there is anything for us to call and contribute, because we've not heard from the husband. This is like a half-baked case for now. So instead of callers to complicate the whole thing, why don't we wait when you are joining the case? We hear from the husband, and then we know how to contribute to this person. But for now, I don't think there's really anything, because once caller starts calling in now, we complicate the whole issue.
Okay, but do you think it's right for Mama to stay in that building?
I don't think it's right. Moreover, Mama is married. Her husband is in the village. What is Mama doing in Lagos? She has 4 daughters that I heard are married. Why is she in her brother's house?
Okay.
Mama is married. Her husband is in the village. Her 4 daughters are married. Why did she choose her brother rather than her daughter?
Okay, do you think if she actually choose to stay and work in Lagos, that the brother ought to have rented a different apartment for her for peace to?
I think so. Yes, she shouldn't be with her brother. I don't think so. I don't think it's right. I don't think so.
Okay, thank you very much.
And if she didn't have grown-up daughters, it would have been a different thing. Brother helping sister. There is nothing wrong in a brother helping the sister, but not a sister that has 4 grown-up daughters that are married. Do you understand what I'm saying? 4 grown-up daughters. They are all married. One inconvenient.
One of the daughter is also living in that property.
You have the child.
No problem. Barrister.
So I will.
When we hear from the husband, we'll know what to say.
Okay, that's good. I think
Thank you very
Mama
much.
has heard you. Thank
You're
you.
doing a good job. All right.
Thank you. Bye.
2 married, 2 gay household. Beautiful.
Four,
Three more
nine,
callers.
one,
We'll close the
five,
line.
2, 1,
What she has
0,
said.
4,
We will hear her
6,
say that she will
4,
remind
7,
her.
3, 9.
Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution from the little we have heard.
Yeah, my own contribution goes to the sister-in-law. The sister-in-law is not supposed to be there. You are not supposed to stay in that house, but that house is not for you. It's a family house, and your daughters are there. It doesn't make sense. You should stop breaking families. You're supposed to settle them. You're supposed to say, okay, the wife is not come back for 2 years or 1 year. Are you not supposed to call her and settle them? And you and your kids are comfortable there while she's living outside.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. This contribution is just meant for Mama to have food for thought because of the little we have heard today. Thank you for calling.
0, 7, 0, 3, 8, 5, 3.
Hello, caller. Good afternoon. Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Chiamaka calling from Mary.
Okay.
Okay, I want to contribute on the matter of the online. Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead. We are listening.
Okay, what I have to say is this. The husband to this woman, I don't think he's man enough because he should understand what marriage entails. Why will he let his own sister and her daughter to come and occupy a property, knowing fully well that he has a wife and a child? The man is the bone of contention in all this because he's supposed to stand his ground and decide what goes in his family or what doesn't go. Allowing his own sister to come and disrupt the peace of in his home is not man enough. That's my own contribution.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Hopefully you will be here next time. One more caller and close the
0, 8, 0, 6, 3, 5, 4, 0, 1, 8.
Hello, good afternoon. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
I'm calling from Lagos. Her name is Trevor.
Go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, my contribution is that my mama is not supposed to be in that house.
Okay.
Because for her staying in that house because it's like she wants to bless the family. She wants to bless their home. She's not supposed to be there. She has a husband. Why not this woman to stay with their husband? If there's one, they can settle on their own.
Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution. This is the last call we are taking for now. But hopefully, this matter will come up very soon as you are going to reach out to the husband.
Oh, better.
Okay. Okay, viewers, we have come to the end of today's matter, and we promise that we will update you as the matter progresses. Hopefully, the husband will be here to give us his own side of the story, and we'll draw a conclusion then, and then we'll know how the matter is going to end. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for the next case coming up. Have a good day. Bye.